Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Alwyn here. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day as always. Couple stimulus updates today, so let's get right into those. So last week, the House of Representatives passed the vote on the $1,400 stimulus checks. This finalized the specific section, and it is now going on to the House Budget Committee, where it is waiting to be combined with other parts of the stimulus package. Now, the impeachment trials are now over, and Trump was acquitted, like I told you guys yesterday. The politicians now have time to focus their full attention on the stimulus package. However, both the House of Representatives and the Senate have decided, instead this week to take it off on vacation. They will be back, however, on Monday, February 22nd, so a week from today. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, is determined to get the stimulus bill on President Biden's desk by the end of February. From what I'm going to tell you now and from yesterday's video, most likely there isn't a huge chance of this happening, though we really want that to happen. The other politicians are saying that they think that the bill will only pass by March 14th, which is, like I told you guys yesterday, a day before the federal unemployment benefits come to an end on March 15th. So that is why this is very important that the bill passes as soon as possible, because it is a big problem for things like schools and students. As schools, they essentially need money in order to reopen safely and in order to follow guidelines of social distancing guidelines. Even Dr. Fauci said that schools are in desperate need of stimulus funding because they lack the money to implement CDC guidelines, meaning social distancing. So even Dr. Fauci is saying that. Within the stimulus package, there are stimulus checks, things like federal unemployment benefits and money to help reopen schools, money for children tax credit payments, money to fight against, the illness, and many other things that are very, very needed during these times. Before the politicians can go to work, however, they must resolve their own conflicts within their own Democratic Party. As we know, there's some kind of, conflicts kind of going on within the party itself, which we'll get to. Even after the politicians, vacations come to an end on February 22nd, the $15 minimum wage can pose as a further, kind of point of controversy within the Democratic Party. Senator Bernie Sanders insists on adding this to the stimulus bill. He wants the $15 minimum wage. Sanders says that we have millions of workers working for starvation wages. We got to raise the minimum wage to a livable $15 an hour, and that is what the American people want, and that is what I intend to do. Currently, 2 Democratic senators, however, are opposing the $15 minimum wage. Senator Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, who says that the $15 minimum wage is neither related to the pandemic relief and will not be supported in this specific legislation. The Senate Democrats must deal with the situation and get this figured out because Sanders keeps pushing for this and he will not let it go. But others are strongly saying that they will not support it. All 50 Democrat senators are required to vote on the bill, otherwise it will be dismissed within the Senate. Trump is now at home in Mar-a-Lago, celebrating his victory of a short trial of only 5 days, which ended much quicker than expected, because no witnesses were called to the trials. The impeachment manager said that the trial could have taken up to years or even several months if they had called in any witnesses. Leader of Republicans Mitch McConnell blamed Trump of the riots but decided not to convict Donald Trump. Specifically, McConnell said after the trial, there is no question at all that Trump is practically and morally responsible for provoking the events of the day, the DC riots. But he insisted that Trump's responsibility did not matter in the case because the Constitution does not allow for the impeachment of a former president. Okay, so he said that, he is, responsible for it. However, because of how the Constitution is written, the impeachment of a former president is not a thing. It's not possible. So that's why we had to dismiss it. And that's why he voted against it. Thus, McConnell blamed Trump, but he still did not, like I said, vote him guilty. Democrat senator said Mitch McConnell was essentially made a cowardly choice. One of the, impeachment managers even said that she was disappointed with Mitch McConnell because of what he said. However, McConnell did emphasize that Trump was still liable for his actions, and that we have a criminal justice system in this current country, and that civil litigation where, former presidents exist are not immune. from being held accountable by either one. According to Senator Lindsey Graham, Trump is ready to move forward and rebuild the American Party, or the Republican Party. He states that Trump is mad at the folks who decided to impeach him, especially the few Republican senators such as Mitt Romney, Susan Collins, and Lisa Murkowski. Hopefully you guys all learned something new and enjoy the video. I thank you all so much for your continued support. I do appreciate it a lot. Make sure to go down below and drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Comment down below. Till next time. Peace.